Well, hello everybody. I better check I rebooted my machine. I better check my sound level. I might be low. Come on, sound. All right, let's see what we got for sound. Speakers are good. Microphone's good. All right, we're set. So I am just sitting here. I was just watching streams and they ended. So I'm going to do some writing. And let's see, where was I? Oh, I'm making leaps and assumptions. Yep, there we go. Oops, I can type. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's put in a new sentence. Oh, let's see. What are we going to put on here? We're going to throw another song on in the background. We can put in here. What are we going to put in here? We'll throw some Laura Branigan on. There we go. Ding. Kitty cats are making noise outside now. Oop, I just got a message. What did I just get? Oh, I got a whole bunch of texts. I like how YouTube tells me now live on your channel. Yep, that's because I hit the button to go live on my channel. All right. So I'm working on my storytelling book for Dungeon Masters. This is the experimental book I'm writing to learn how to do Kindle Direct Publishing. I got to finish it first, and then I'll get it published. It's just taken a back seat since I started working on Legend Seeker for a lot of my free time. But when I get a little lull in the action here, I can give this a shot. All right. Things are getting bogged down, or you feel a lull in the action, throw a bomb into the story, make one of the characters have a funny feeling. See a group of gunmen up here outside the restaurant they're in, and let the bullets fly. These can either be from a group of pre-made encounters you've thought up, or just a spur-of-the-moment idea to rescue a flagging scene. These can be especially fun if one of your players, there we go, or their characters just made a comment like, "It's too quiet," or "This would be a great ambush spot." You don't need fire and brimstone constantly, but sometimes things need to be shaken up out of the blue. Mm. We'll say we'll call it NPCs have lives. I think that might be a good way to put it. All right, let's set this in. Boop. All right. Okay. We'll say the sky's the limit. I don't know if this sentence is going to make a lot of sense here. Here, yeah. Let's see, what's the next song here? We'll go with that. Oops, overheard is overheard, not overheard. Welcome in anybody who's out there. I'm not even checking to see who's in there, but welcome. Feel free to lurk since I'm right away. This is going to be a new sentence or a new paragraph. I think Calvino is outside, and I think he wants in. Let's go see. Oh, he just walked away from there. Okay. Not sure what he's up to. I do have a little roast beef I was going to give him. Maybe I'll go give that to him. Give him a few more minutes to see if he shows back up. When I go get a drink, I'll do that. All right. If you put an NPC they've come to love into a dangerous situation, knowing which characters they've attached themselves to. What would you call it? Distressed? We'll go with distress. Okay. before we go on to the next section. All right, I got to read through a couple of these because I wrote some of these pretty quickly. All right, here's the secret. Most players take notes on what sounds important or interesting to them. Boring or mundane occurrences and tasks rarely make it onto paper. So if it's in there, it usually is important to them. Check something here. How many pages? Okay, so under 100. Got it. I'm going to check one thing over here, though. This is missing a bunch of the information. Oh my gosh, this won't open. Come on, document. Don't know if my stream froze there, but I tried to open a document here. Wow. Okay. Where did I leave off? Okay, there. All right, that one was up to the... Oh, that was only part of the book. Okay, well, that doesn't really help me. I was trying to gauge how far I was in this now. All right. Go there. How about we go with... a little Glenn Campbell on here. Boop, boop, boop. All right, we got that going. How's everybody doing out there? All right, so what the part I'm working on right now is the section of the book that's talking about how to execute upon running an actual game. And the guiding principles you should keep in mind. So I put them on in... I put them in as bullet points. And then in the chapter, or the rest of the chapter after it, I'm expounding upon all of them. Hello, EJ DeBomb. How you doing? Interesting. Doing well, doing well. Just writing away, working on this book so I can get it thrown out there on Kindle Direct Publishing. It's my experimental book I'm putting out there about how to become a better storyteller as a Dungeon Master. Well, I think it's going to be fun. Because I've been a Dungeon Master since... I have to think now. 43 years? 42, 43 years? Something like that. So I have been through a few games and a few groups. It's a couple. All right, characters will inevitably get into encounters with enemies, and things don't always go quite the way you foresee them going. Maybe real horribly or quite well. Okay, that is the next section. I got to figure out what I'm going to call that section. Let's see here. I'm going over the improv rules here really quickly. It looks like my typing window got stretched weird. There we go. Bugged me that it was not straight. All right. You can nitpick your performance secretly. Pretty fair guy, so maybe win him over with a good job. The book is going to be published through, hey, Barney. You know what's interesting is my chat is not connecting over here. Let me check something once. Stream not found. Is it really? My stream is having trouble over on... Oh, Restream is having fun. I'm going to reconnect my Restream chat here once. Let's see if this works. Because I'm not getting my YouTube chat over here. Winning World War II, Barney. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I don't get what it's doing here on my YouTube or my Restream on YouTube is having trouble. Stream not found. No YouTube event selected. Please check your YouTube dashboard. Well, yeah, I didn't create a specific event. I just started a live stream, you silly thing. Let's check my dashboard. Let's see what it says. It's there. Restream's just being silly. This one is all about how to be a dungeon master. The other stuff that I've written, I'm trying to get published through traditional literary agents. So I guess what I'll have to do is keep this open over here because oh, wait, maybe it'll actually type something now. Hey, it found the thing. All right, good. I think we will have, if I type something over here, I think we'll actually have chat over. I can actually see it all in one spot. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to test from YouTube and see if it comes over there. Shows up there. It does not show up here. Oh, there it is. It just showed up late. I usually do these streams on Saturdays, but I stream all over the place all the time. Whenever it works out for me. There it works. Okay. All right. Well, it worked. One thing I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to get a fresh drink because this one is, I only have a sip left in it, and I'm going to go see if Calvino wants to come in. You may get to say hello to Mr. Calvino, 22-pound monster cat with murder paws. So I'll be right back. Amuse yourselves if you can. I'll be right back. Whoa, it's there. He's navigating his way to the desk. Mr. Navigator Cat. You just gonna flop there? Okay. You can come over here. I'll turn on your heat mat on the floor if you want to sit on the floor. Well, we'll see how this works out because he may sit on the floor, he may sit on my lap, he may sit in his little chair. Where are you gonna go? Are you gonna go on the chair? You gonna go on comfy chair? Okay. You can sit on my sweatshirt. Good boy. Should I turn on Calvino cam? Should I turn on Calvino cam? Oh, you're gonna come sit on my lap, so never mind. No Calvino cam. All right. We won't have Calvino cam on then. We'll turn that off for now. You can sit on my lap here. All right. This is the Calvino. The happy 22-pound cat, the wonder. You gonna help me type? You're purring already. Purring already. Hi. Yes, you're a happy boy. All right. Down onto my lap. Flop. Come on, buddy. There you go. All right. I got to turn a little bit so I can actually get to typing. Let's see. Hi. You going to meow at me? You've got big black eyes right now, so you were hunting out there in the dark, weren't you? Weren't you? Now you're going to hunt me. Okay, great. This will be a fun writing session. All right. Adding something new to a player's story suggestion means pretty much what you think it does. When a player suggests something either directly or via an assumption in the story, go with it. Okay. I'm going to say independently. Go with it. Imagine that a player hears your setup or introduction of an NPC and says, I hope he's not our new contact, or this guy gives me the creeps. Think about whether that or not that might make the story better. All right, what are we going to play for our next song? What are we going to play for our next song, pal? Hi. We'll go with this song. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you can't have my hand the whole time, DeLeon. Okay, there you go, Pub. Such a good boy. You're such a good boy if you just sit still a little bit. He's also going to be judging a performance on a job to his boss. Hi. Yeah, I'm talking to chat. Likely going to nitpick their performance, but is secretly a pretty fair guy, so they may win him over by doing a good job. Turning him into a song channel in the future. Yep, that's right. Okay. They think he's creepy. Lean into it. Make him extra creepy. Give them a reason to want to avoid him. Make his creeping sort of endearing. He's doing air biscuits right now. All right, don't negate. Unless it happens to be something super offensive or incredibly out of context, try to avoid completely shutting down, negating, or invalidating a player's thought or comment. Sometimes you might have to conveniently ignore a comment for the sanity and happiness of the group, but that should also be rare. Personally, if I ever have a player come up with a truly disturbing idea, joke, or thought, I give them a raised eyebrow if in-person gaming, or a verbal, what now? If in a virtual environment, to give them a chance to rephrase and or rethink what they said. If they double down, I read the table and act accordingly. I've had some people say things at tables that were, whoo, yeah. Are you stuck? Are you stuck, buddy? Half of your body is too comfy and the other half's not? Okay, got it. All right, we're all adults and there's no need for silly X, crossed arms gestures, red cards, or theatrics. Hi, buddy. Address it if it's bad, move on if it's not. Can have gallows humor, dark jokes, inappropriate thoughts that they blurt out. Sometimes they crack people up. Sometimes they elicit stares and uncomfortable silence. Let those reactions from those at the table take care of it in most sentences or circumstances. Yeah, air biscuit, baby boy. All right. Improvise. One of your greatest challenges as a DM is to keep the players engaged via their characters interacting with the campaign and world you have created. Since there's no way to create notes on every character, every building, NPC, and challenge in an entire world, you'll need to be able to improvise and come up with content, motivations, and story on the spot. Yes. You will too, buddy. Yeah, I know you hear the kitties upstairs and you're all concerned. It's okay. Hi. Let's see if he goes to sleep here or not. All right. This comes to easy to some DMs. Going with the next song. This comes easy to some DMs and is a challenge for others. But if you followed some of my earlier suggestions, you have support in the form of your own notes. Hi, buddy. Hi, you got big black eyes. You look like you're ready to fight. You're such a happy kitty right now, but you also look like you want to go on a warpath. You gonna go on a warpath? You gonna grab my beard? You're making air biscuits right now. Like you want to go to sleep, but you also look like you want to, you know, attack a wildebeest. Yeah? You're a good boy. I know, you just want to be petted constantly, and if I'm not petting you, you think you must be rampaging, so... Oh, I forgot my soda too, buddy. You know what I should do? I think I'm going to give you that tiny little bit of roast beef I was going to give you so I can go get my soda. Oh, it's racing time for the cats. So when you hear the cats running like that, it means they have decided this is now time for the fun. All right, let's get this container for you because this is your dish. Yep. Oh, don't worry. It's not going to be that big a deal. All right, we're going to put it down here on the floor for you. It's going to be down here. It's going to be down over here. Come on. Come on, big man. You're a good boy. Okay. Let's get you your piece of roast beast that I hid over here for you and covered up so you wouldn't get a hold of it too soon. All right, here's your roast beast. Oop. Wow, it broke into 4 pieces. There we go. There's your roast beast. Here we go. And it has the little piece of fat there for you too. Because you like the fat. All right. So, I'm going to grab my soda while he chows down on that. Yes, we had roast beef for a snack. Just sitting here. We are a healthy group of omnivores. He had a frozen blueberry earlier because he wanted one. And now he's having roast beef. Charlie played with his. He was like, oh, okay. Blueberry, huh? You didn't finish your roast beef? Oh, you're going back to it. Okay. Do you want me to move it off of there? You don't like it on the soft mat there? Okay, I'll put it on the hard floor. I don't know. He's a goofball sometimes. Where are you going? Do you want to go outside again? Oh my gosh, buddy, you are giving me fits here. What do you want? What? You coming back up? What are you up to, Bubba? You're so restless. I'm not getting anything done. I'm not getting anything done on my stream. Well, now you're back on my lap. Okay. All right, I'll put you back on my lap. Fine. The joys of the excited cat. All right, you lay there and relax now. All right. So, the following two thoughts should help you navigate some of the trickier parts of improvisational dungeon mastering. This next section is time for a divorce. Don't stay married to an idea you had just because you had it. May sound like you're throwing away work, but if you listen to my advice in the preparation chapter, to adapt to a player's idea, you might be making notes on a syllabus or changing a few note cards. That's it. If you plan a lot more out, then you likely have more work ahead of you. Imagine that the players at your table have misinterpreted, according to your notes and plans anyway, your story, hints, and clues, and have come to an erroneous conclusion. They may think the wrong NPC is working with the bad guy, or even is the bad guy. Maybe they misunderstood a minor NPC's motivation. Would it hurt to let their idea stand? Should they be wrong? Could they be right? You have to think about how much work you'd need to do with the story down the line to accommodate their take on it, but you should definitely consider it. Hi, buddy. It not only rewards them for thinking about the campaign, being invested enough to come up with a theory, but it also makes them feel smart. Who cares if they misinterpreted your clues? You may have delivered them poorly or in such a way as to be too easily misinterpreted. They may not have taken proper notes, or they may just think differently than you do. In any case, giving their idea a thought is a good idea. In and of itself. Okay. Notes. Take notes, either on the syllabus, in a document, on sticky notes, wherever it makes sense for you, and you can easily reference them later. Kelvina, do you want to go out again? Do you want to go out? No. You're giving me all the fits. You're giving me all the fits. What are you doing? Do we need to go out? You seem so happy and excited to be in here, but you also seem like you really want to go out. What do you think? Yes to out or staying in? He's indecisive right now. Sorry. Can I get back to writing? You sent me a video, Savage Talk. All right. Oh, interesting. I will give that a watch. I might be taking Calvino back out because he's, as much as he's enjoying hanging out on my lap, he's also being kind of a putz right now. Are you being a putz? Are you being putz or time? All right, if you can stay there laying there like that, I will totally let you stay on my lap for a while. He's good, unlike Calvino. He's just being such a dork right now. I even just gave him his root beer. Or root beer. His roast beef. Root beer. Yeah, give him a root beer. I gave him his roast beef and he was like, oh, that's okay. Thanks, that's nice. But now I want to go rampage. But he can't rampage in my lap. Missed my last 10 words or so? Oh, okay. Basically, I was just saying that I just gave him his root beer and he's good now, but then I realized I said root beer instead of roast beef. RB, whatever. So, he's happy on my lap, but he also seems like he wants to go take down a wildebeest outside. So, I need him to calm down and lay on my lap, or I gotta take him out. Because I'm not going to get any writing done. All right. Take notes either on the syllabus, in a document, on sticky notes, wherever it makes sense for you, and you can easily reference them later. Stream was dead tonight, so I ended it. Yeah, everything is kind of dead tonight. There was a lot of activity at MegaCon, and now it's quiet. All right. These notes will help you stay consistent as a storyteller, help you remember choices the players made, and keep you in the flow. Keep the notes together if you can. This is one reason I always write directly on my copy of the syllabus. If you're lucky, your players will take notes as well. Some might even take more notes than you. Never be afraid to ask to look over these. Most players are more than willing to share a copy or let you see their notebooks. In my virtual games, I always create a handout or file in the program for each player to take and organize their notes in. Makes it easier to keep them on hand since they're literally in the game. I should emphasize that better. But it also makes it easier for you to peek at them and see what stuff made the list, so to speak. Here's a secret. Most players take notes on what sounds important or interesting to them. Boring or mundane occurrences and tasks rarely make it onto paper. So if it's in there, it's usually important to them. For one of my virtual campaigns, one of my players took 68 pages, 40K words, before we got to the end of notes. Before we got to the end. Even though some of it was just short notations, it elegantly spelled out the events of the entire campaign from their character's perspective. Silence. Yeah, JT, I was also watching them at the Red Coral or whatever it was called. Seeing what they were doing at MegaCon. They seemed like they were having fun. Seemed too loud for me, though. All right. A key ability of a good DM is knowing when to let silence reign for short moments, to not feel the need to fill up every moment with something from your mouth. Some players may like having a constant stream of words coming from you to keep the game going, but I love letting my players take the lead. What? It's my hand. Hi, yeah, it's my hand. You can't have it and eat my fingers or anything. Hi, Calvino. Let's see. I love letting my players take the lead. If my players get so into their characters talking that they forget I'm not interjecting, I'm as happy as a clam. Silence can work for you. Let a comment hang if you like to build tension. I try very hard to not cover silence with ums, uhs, and other filler noises while I look for a note or think of the next story beat to talk about. It's not uncommon for this to prompt players to take the lead and start chatting about their characters, role-playing, or discussing the story. Coconut, that's what it was. The red coconut. I was in the middle of writing, so I missed probably half of it. But whatever. A raised eyebrow to your player after their suggestion may prompt them to try and supply more information or pry for more. Shrug, a subtle nod, all of these things can pull players into the story. You're leading them in a sense, but also just innocently reinforcing their internal thoughts. While I wouldn't advocate for just sitting there with an eyebrow raised staring at your players, it can be an effective strategy once in a while. Earlier, I took a break and I flopped on the couch and I was watching Father Brown, The Mysteries, and Calvino came over and flopped on me. And he was sitting there just happy, just sleeping. And then some lady screamed in the murder mystery and he just jumped up like the base got attacked and there was mortars incoming. He was just like, he was ready to fight, weren't you? Weren't you, buddy? You're ready to defend me from the screaming people. And then he settled back down right away and just started snoring again. It was short-lived. I'm just glad he didn't, like, you know, dig his claws in and wound me because he had his claws around my neck. All right, let's see. Riff off your players' assumptions and deductions. Players will often make their own assumptions about plot points, NPCs, and adventure progression. Sometimes they're slightly off from what you intended as a DM. Other times they are wildly off base. Your job as DM is to either curve them back to your reality, if it matters that much to your story, or to adjust your story to match what they've deduced, in air quotes. Did I see all the cool Cthulhu stuff you got? No, I didn't. I have to go over to your Discord and check it out. Assumptions. The player takes the information you've given them and makes it what might be an incorrect assumption. According to your notes and plans, seriously consider saying yes and. Then change things in your story notes. Maybe they got it in their head that a certain NPC is untrustworthy despite all their insider psychology rolls telling them the opposite. It's your job to decide whether or not to indulge their paranoia by letting him be a bad guy that that had a specific magical or skill-based way of hiding his true intent. You obviously don't want to make players feel like they were cheated out of being able to do something, but that's a fine line here you need to tread. If your players trust you, it will be much easier. No negation. Okay, hear me out. That does sound like a weird thing to say. Don't negate things, but saying don't isn't negative, so yeah. Don't negate the reality they've constructed or are trying to construct. At least not completely if you can help it. So you might have a player at your table who is just chaos incarnate. They will try to come up with the most ridiculous takes on everything you come up with in the campaign. Your job is to try and integrate some of that into the game to help them scratch their chaos gremlin urge without destroying your story's integrity and themes for the enjoyment or the enjoyment for the rest of the group. That's tough. Calvino, you seem like you really want to go outside. You're flipping your tail around like a panther waiting to attack something. Make leaps. This is perhaps one of my favorite tools in the DM toolkit, making sudden leaps. Never let your players know your next move. Okay, that's not recommended, but it is fun to say. Instead of that, let's try don't let your players know some of your next moves. Keep them guessing, make them think on their feet once in a while. It's a nice shopping session you've got there. Would be a shame if something were to interrupt it, like these ninjas. Ninjas out of nowhere, Calvino. Wow. Send you me a pic since I never go to the Discord. Yeah, I go to all the Discords. I just don't get to them. I usually get to them on Sunday, which is weird. That's my Discord kind of purge day. Huh? Chainsaw Man. That is weird. And a G.I. Joe. Is that box like a dice box? Or is it just like a box you could put, you know, obviously whatever you want in it? What? What, you need this finger? You need my hand? Gooba gooba. You're a goofy cat sometimes. It is now a dice box. Shinobi? I mean, ninja. Okay, guess what, Calvino? Because you are chewing on me right now, and you're a happy boy, you get a free trip outside. You okay with that? He's like, I'm not okay with this. All right, come here, buddy. All right, we're going to go outside. We're going to go outside. We're going to take the remnants of your roast beef, and we're going to take you outside. Okay? You're a happy boy, but you just bit me. In a fun way. It was a very nice little pleasant bite. Like, hey, let's bite. But it was also prelude to full-on attack. Yeah, this is your roast beef. I'm getting it for you. We're taking this outside. Yeah, you get to take your roast beef with you. Don't worry. I'm not that mean. I've never seen you like that. That was weird. I was walking out. My printer just decided to do a diagnostic. So it just decided to print a test page. I don't know why. He wants the roast beast. It was funny because he was kind of like picking at it and he sort of ate the bit I gave him. And as soon as I picked him up and picked up the roast beef, he just reached his paw out like, wait, and tried to grab it out of my hand. Like, just go. Silly guy. Do 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 do. All right. All right, what's my next song here? I think we're gonna listen to. What's the Lawyers in Love? Why not? Oh, there was another one here. Where was it? Ah, stupid ad. Hmm. There was a much better version of this song out here that had much, like a richer tone to it, but I can't find it. Oh well. What's a printer? Well, it's this strange archaic device you use to put words onto a piece of paper from the computer. Hmm. I'm going to guess you don't have a printer. You just have a 3D printer. All right. Next section is bombs. Things are getting bogged down or you feel a lull in the action. Oh, Calvino, you got a burr in my beard. Dork. There we go. Make one of the characters have a funny feeling. See a group of gunmen appear outside the restaurant they're in. Let the bullets fly. These can either be from a group of pre-made encounters you've thought up or just a spur-of-the-moment idea to rescue a flagging scene. These can be especially fun if one of your players or their characters just made a comment like, "It's too quiet," or "This would be a great ambush spot." You don't need fire and brimstone constantly, but sometimes things need to be shaken up out of the blue. Old Burrbeard. So why don't you use the 3D printer? Don't have anything you want to print right now? NPCs have lives. These leaps don't have to be combat oriented. They can simply be chance encounters that the players are free to ignore or engage with as they wish. You don't know how? Oh, well, that's a problem. Well, you could always just find a test item that's really simple. Like, I don't even know. A slinky. No, that's probably hard to do. Have an NPC show up at a weird time. It could be played as a coincidence. Player knows those aren't all that like you say, might wonder what the NPC is up to. Might always go out for night strolls, or once every month go pick mushrooms in the woods. Be out to meet, I'll say be out to meet her secret lover. The sky's the limit. She might be following up on a lead related to the mystery they themselves are investigating, thinking that they're taking too long. Let's see, the party taking too long to act. Whatever the reason, making sure that the world is going on around is full of life, taking place around, behind, in front of, and despite their characters can make your story world come alive. A dice. You can make a single die. Ta-da! Guy was supposed to show me how to start out and he never showed. Well, that's not good. Wasn't somebody in the group, in the fellowship, wasn't somebody like going to send you some slicing diagrams or programs or printed. I mean, heck, can't Velrock or Mega send you a specific tutorial? Just say, here. Don't they both print? Let's say already is taking too long to act. Whatever the reason, making sure the world is full of life taking place around, behind, in front of, and despite their characters can make your story world come. We'll just say it come alive, because saying story world again is not a good idea. All right, now I want to listen to some Alan Parsons. Specifically, Don't Answer Me. Such a good song. Put a comma after that, but it often can be. These meetings are overheard conversations will usually lead to the players asking more questions, acting, or just watching the drama unfold. If you put an NPC they've come to love in a dangerous situation, 9 times out of 10, they will act to intervene. It's amazing how knowing which characters they have attached themselves to will make the most impact on the story. I'm just going to say, instead of it's amazing, I'm changing this whole sentence here. Oh, I want to get rid of some of that, but not the whole sentence. We'll say, okay, knowing which characters they've attached themselves to can spur them into action. They may throw the characters into danger, debt, or complete poverty to save or favorite NPC from distress. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I would assume there's a lot of 3D programs out there for specific models that you could download, like, hey, how do I make a Godzilla statue that's just solid? Or how do I make a set of 6-sided dice with all the pips on them? I'm sure somebody's done that, and you can at least get the basic functions of the printer to work, right? Now, this just spurred me into another thought here. Let the characters make it come alive. I think I'll save that thought for later. More worried about pouring all smelly crap and how to care for it more than anything else. Toxic and smells bad. Yeah. That could be a problem. Who's that? Ding goes my phone. Oh, that's not even a cat. That's just snow starting again. Yay, more snow. Just what I needed. Oh, let's see here. The Godzilla Encyclopedia. What do I want to call this section? Okay, so that doesn't make sense. I say when things don't go to plan, but oh, what? I don't even know what setting I put this on. What heading was this? This is heading. It says heading 2. Why did I put it on heading 2? Is this heading 1? This is heading 2. Okay, I did do these in heading 2. All right. That makes sense. Scroll back down. As illustrations of all the monsters from the movies with breakdowns. That's cool. Does it have them like power ranked? Like who's the most powerful, who has the most strength, or who's got the best flight speed, or any of that stuff? All right, so we're gonna go back to this, and we're gonna put this. Oops. We're gonna go encounters. And we'll set this to not that cool. Okay, but definitely cool illustrations of every iteration of every monster, even the crappy anime ones. Nice. We're gonna listen to nope, that's not what I wanted to see. We're gonna listen to Once in a Lifetime, Talking Heads. Uh all right, especially if you like going road. I think I can de-indent this. There we go. We'll put one of these. That's weird. Let's do that. Huh. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this indentation. Well, you know, it's not going to matter. The format is going to get taken care of eventually. I'll be doing the formatting differently in the actual book. That's weird. Yeah, my bullet points are getting all completely snackered here. I don't know what it's even doing. It made these bullet points squares. It doesn't have the new American movies, though. It has a crappy one with Matthew Broderick. Oh, man, I forgot about that movie. Didn't that have Hank Azaria in it, too? And we'll indent that. Oop. There we go. This. Okay, let's move this one back. We're going to go in with that one. In with these two. Wow, reformatting this is a pain in the butt. Okay, this one goes in and that one goes in underneath it. But what I don't understand is why this is considering it to not be the same setting here. Because what it should be doing is treating this as another. There we go. Okay. Huh. Whatever. And we move this back. And if we move this back, this moves over here. Yeah, it's not the bullet points in this are stupid. It's so silly. Loud monkey video drives me out. There's a loud monkey video. Was it the... Oh, was that the one with Hank Azaria in it? Oh, I see what it's doing here. Oh, that's dumb. Because what it should be doing is putting the things in at the right distance. Because if I took this and I move this one back and I put it back here and then I hit the point. Yeah. Oh, that's so dumb. All right, well, we'll just move these back. It doesn't matter a whole lot. And this one, we can actually, all three of these will move back one step. There we go. And then do this. And we'll move this whole section back too. Move it back one more. We'll hook that there, and then we'll go back one. And then we'll move this back. Let's see if this one works. Yeah, it doesn't want to move it back. What a piece of junk. You'd think they'd fix their program to just do what I needed to do, but no. And so what this did, yeah, so it's, if I reset it, it messes all of them up. That's fantastic. Okay, well, we'll just tab that one in, and we'll tab that one in. We'll see what we get. We'll just go with it. We'll go with it. We're doing it live. All right, so we got that, and we'll move this one in, and then that one go there. Okay, and then we'll move this one down to that's. Yep, that'll link up to the same spot. Okay, there we go. I got it. It just took forever here. Yeah, for some reason I remember Hank Azaria in that movie being the camera guy with his hat backwards. For whatever reason. In a few fun in-game ways. Okay, we'll say in-game dash. Foreshadow the difficulty of larger boss battles. Let's see, say doing one or more of the. Back before he got canceled. Yeah, I wonder what he's even doing now. I mean, besides probably being pretty well off, because hopefully he did a good job with his money. Who knows? Commercial. How exciting. Thanks, commercial. Oh no, we don't know what he's doing. He could be dead. Okay, that should work. This makes sense. Have their god intervene, but it costs them losing some powers or having to do a service penance take on a quest in the near future. They'll cast or burn themselves. Okay. That's all good stuff. I'm trying to think if there's any other categories of stuff I need to... Oh, I gotta delete some of these. Because this does not need to be spaced out like that. Okay. I never quite finished the DM book. I have the basic outline of the whole thing done. Now I'm going through and filling in all the gaps. Making sure all the sections and everything make actual sense, that they have real examples. And I'm trying to think ahead of when I put it into the book format, how I'm going to do the little sidebars. Because on some of the pages, I'm going to have the little sidebars. And I have to find out if they even let you do stuff like that in Kindle Direct Publishing. That's the other reason I'm doing this. Because I have little asides I want to write, but they may end up becoming asides in the center. And I know you can put images in them, but that costs more too. So maybe I'll get it published. Well, I have finished. I mean, the book that I have finished is the science fiction novel that I wrote, the dystopian thing. And I have the second one halfway written. And the third book I'm writing is the dark superhero one. And Chrysanthe is actually giving me a beta read of the first book right now. It's pretty much been edited, but I'm trying to get her take on it as a beta reader right now. I haven't heard. I don't know if how far she got on it. She took it on her phone on the plane, so I have no idea. She said she was mad at me because she kept reading it and was meaning to do feedback, and is trying to do feedback, but keeps just reading, and then realized that she's read a bunch, and was like, "Damn it, I gotta go back and write notes now," which is a good problem for me to have. One of my other beta readers did the same thing. He's like, "Well, I'm going back and rereading stuff because I kept just reading it." And then I went back and was like, "Oh, I didn't put any notes in this whole chapter." Like, yes, I like that. But then he had a lot of notes. He's a big anime fan, so he was like, "Well, maybe you should do some of this." I'm like, "Ah, that's too much like an anime novel. That's not what this is." I like to let people who read figure some things out for themselves. Just a couple. Nobody more beta than him. Ba, ba, ba. If only he had free time. Oh, man. I just drank the rest of that coffee and I hit the end of the hot sauce that's sitting at the bottom. It just made my nose instantly run. I'm like, woo, I'm awake. I'm awake. Boop. Oh, what is this? A message about... Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. To make it less likely that your players will steer their characters into a TPK, you can make sure to foreshadow what may lie ahead for them in a few fun in-game ways. Larger frostbite. Have smarter, respected NPCs tell stories of the prowess or danger of the enemy to come. Show the aftermath of battles with the thing or person. Have the players interact with these scenes or at least see them. may help them. Bum, bum, bum. All right. They ignore the helpful hints and warnings and set off to the Dragon's Den at rank 2. Consider doing one or more of the following and adjusting the rewards accordingly. If you have a second wave planned, have some enemies look wounded. Have some of the enemies look wounded when they join the battle. Perhaps they were the reserves and are still healing up from a previous skirmish. Skip the reinforcements, or have the second wave get attacked themselves by unknown friendly reinforcements. So I'm going to put that as a second and a third option. Previously unknown friendly reported reinforcements. There we go. Players are having a bad time because of rolls, crits, and bad luck. You can have the enemies lose a buff they had because of a lieutenant dying, or even because it simply wore off. Okay, oops, I say state. Oops. Okay. Statements like this from you can again. Storytelling. Whoops. Buff may have had a timer, their inspirational torch burns out, spell and fizzles. All right. Let's see. You can offer a character a deal for temporary power, which is always a fun thing to do. Grant them a short-term power buff if they make the deal. With the offer, or increase the cost of a pact or debt with some supernatural entity they are already familiar with. Have their god intervene, but at a cost of them losing some powers. Yeah, or having to do a service. Let's see, temporarily. losing some powers, or having to do a service penance, take on a quest in the near future. Watching a video on how to make a cool AI music videos. What they don't tell you is how much it costs. Need a Midjourney account. Kling account? What's a Kling account? And some other video lip sync account. Midjourney is only $30, but I think Kling is way more. I don't know. I'm not even sure what Kling is. AI video? Oh, okay. Yeah, and you know, there's probably some of those people are just like, oh yeah, I just hacked somebody and stole their credit card info and I pay for it that way. Kling turns Midjourney into video. Okay. I had no idea. Man, I'm watching the old video, Eddie Money, the Take Me Home Tonight video. I was like, oh, that's right. I forgot. What's her name? Isn't it Ronnie Spector? And I was like, she has a really good voice. She's a really, you know, pretty lady, but her face has always been like, is she pretty? I think she's pretty. Is she pretty? I don't know if she's pretty or not. I guess she is. Maybe. Oh, let's see. We're going to listen to this. Video you're watching was made by AI. All these spoken videos now are all AI. Oh, the AI spoken videos are just so weird. She's not, but she can almost fool you. I'm now listening to Scandal, The Warrior. Such a weird video. 80s videos were, there were some weird ones. Weird videos. All right. So grant them a short-term power if they make a deal with the offerer, or increase the cost of a pact, debt with some supernatural entity they're already familiar with. Yeah, it's just the dancing, the weird dancing stuff, and all the weird, like they're wearing nets and weird futurist stuff. Is like, oh my God, this is such a weird video. I just watched Gloria by Laura Branigan, and what's the other Laura Branigan? Self Control. Because they're going through some videos, and I'm just like, sure, next one, sure, next one. And then next one is Love Was a Battlefield. Let's see. Have their god intervene, but at a cost of them temporarily losing some powers or having to do a service penance, take on a quest in the near future. Allow a caster to burn themselves out for a number of days by overcasting a spell. No magic use until they recover. All right, and then the next part is talking about in-game economy. So that is going to be a larger heading because that is much bigger. Let's see. That's the introduction. Okay. And I've got the syllabus. Okay, knowing the characters. That's the syllabus section. Notes to myself. That's aftermath. All right, this is the last part of the middle section of the book here I have to expand on. Let me check one thing here. So 70. Okay. I got two cats sitting at the camera at the back. They're just like looking at it. They know that I can see them through it now. They're not dumb. They're like, is he in there? Is he gonna come let us in? And if I don't let him in, then either they'll sit on the heat mats and just be content as little loafs, or they'll go inside and go sleep in the sleep on the bed or something. Oh, cats. Old Shania Twain. Oh, yeah, I was thinking of Scandal, the Patti Smith. You're wrong. Okay. We'll just move this down to a new section just so I have it separate for my own brain. The one you sent was the cheetah print one. Cheetah print one. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Shania Twain's no Joan Jett. Man, it's so weird seeing a video from the 80s where people are just doing normal stuff, but people are drinking and smoking. And it's just like, okay. And also a lot of dance fighting. Am I using that word right? Let me see here. I guess that works. I think fungible will work. Can't remember the song, but I think the girl had claws or something. It was the Warrior song. She had if you're thinking of the Patti Smith one, the Warrior, where they're dancing on the roofs and doing all that weird futuristic dancing, she had like a kimono and weird paint. She was wearing gloves, but I think they may have had claws on them. I don't remember. I didn't really watch the video. I just listened to it. Of course, now I'm going to the song that so many people now know because of Stranger Things, but I get to be cool because I knew this song way back in the day. Because it was from 85 when I was a teenager, is Kate Bush running up that hill. Because one of the girls at school had the 45. We listened to it in math class. Again, a lot of dancing, weird ballet stuff in it. Let's see. This should be indented. Boop. I sent somebody who loved that song. They're like, it's such a cool song. I love it. It totally puts me in the mind of that show. I'm like, okay, well, go watch the video. I said, you should go watch her video for, the hell's the name of it? Starts with a B. Babushka. I think it's Babushka. Such a weird song. Can you say less work? So I'm talking about in-game economy. A lot of newer games, especially those that focus on more interactive storytelling, feature differing forms of in-game economies and fungible items that players can earn and spend to affect the story in various ways. Some directly influence the random number generation system in favor of the character who spends one. Some allow the players to add small story details. In any case, if the game system utilizes these, you as the DM want to make sure that they are used effectively. The worst thing you can do as a DM in these sorts of games is sideline the system by underutilizing it. If players rely on these tokens, points, inspirations, etc., then you need to make sure the economy is moving briskly. Not getting any more. Okay, there we go. Let's see. What do I want to listen to? We'll go with this. Huh, why did it suddenly put a Madonna video from like 2000 something in there? That's weird. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Um, all right, there we go. Dang it, I can't find it. That video? Or the one you're thinking of? Ah, okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can get this to go to playback speed. There. Okay, that one doesn't seem to be the right one. Okay. Nope, that's not it. All right. Make sure the economy is moving briskly. No one is hoarding them out of fear of not getting any more. We will go with heading 4. What is the word for this? Or why would I listen to that song? Thanks, YouTube. You don't know me at all. You don't know me at all. All right, go. Oh boy, game day deals. Don't care. Let's see. If you're in the middle of a scene and haven't awarded any to your players, you might be a bit stingy. This can drive you crazy now. It was an 80s video, though, you think? I mean, it could have been somebody crazy like Wendy O. Williams. Oh, that's hilarious. There's a thing that says 80s videos that look completely dated now. Aha, take on me. You mean the groundbreaking video? Okay. Okay, that person who wrote it sounds like a complete tool, so regardless. Yellow background, wild hair claws, bright colors, and maybe the word savage. I remember she was hot. Huh. Don't know. Could be. No. Don't know. Can't think of it. Of course, I'm also listening to Blue Oyster Cult right now while I'm trying to think of that, but that's not really helping. I wonder if. Wish you could remember the damn song. Yeah? I wish you could too, because that would set your mind at ease. Oh, I forgot about that video. Sorry, I just I was like, nope. And no. Back. Okay. Boop. All right. So I just found a video by Styx, and I forgot they made this movie Music Time. It was such a bad song. Hmm. Now I'm trying to think of who it could be. Just thinking through my head of visuals of videos and stuff. It's not. I'm just thinking. It's not Animotion Obsession because I don't think anybody had claws in that as far as I recall. Could it be a Kiss video of some sort? Hmm. Probably not Heart. Something like that. A pop rock song. Oh, that I don't know. That I'm less sure of. Pop rock song. Probably not like. Probably not Lita Ford or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. You checked them all? Okay. Yeah, I don't know then. Not probably not Paula Abdul. Ba ba ba. All right. So, let's see. I'm clicking on this. Where is my music? Where's my music song? Where's my song music thing? What am I going to listen to next? A little bit of Quiet Riot? Sure. Quiet Riot's it. Middle of a scene, haven't awarded any of your players who might be bits. Since you've done a few scenes and are halfway through a session before anyone gets one, you're being a miser, and I dare say. Okay. Poor blah blah blah. All right. So it is almost midnight, and I am going to be stopping this at about the 2 hour mark, which is almost now. Because I am going to focus on writing and not doing anything else for a little while before I go to bed. You're looking with some sort of female empowerment song. Huh. Well, if you think of it, let me know. I'm curious. Because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I don't know, man. If I think of it, I'll let you know, but I doubt I'm going to remember it. So I am going to take off here. I'm going to set myself to the end part of the stream, and I'm going to kill the stream. So anybody else out there can give me a thumbs up and a comment. That'd be great. If not, that's fine. Wild Eye makeup in yellow and claws. I'll think about that. So, all right, I'm going to go think about that while I'm writing. If I end up with some kind of a weird, crazy chicken monster, you'll know why. All right, I'm going to talk to you later. Thanks for coming on by, and have fun out there.